Hi guys, it's Naomi from Craft Buddy here. I'm here today to show you a brand new kit that we've got for you. It's a paper crafting card making kit called the Fairy Mushroom Card Kit. It comes to you, let me show you because I've got the contents here for you. It comes with 24 card bases, also with 24 matching decoupage embellishment sheets, 4 sheets of sentiments, and each of those sheets of sentiments contains 24 foiled sentiments. So you do the maths, there's lots and lots for you to play with there. And also 2 sheets of beautiful fairies for you to add into the cards as you so wish, whether you want to use them on them or not. On the back of the contents page, you've got lots and lots of inspiration just to get you started. I'm going to take you through the kit, show you what you'll get in your box, and see just how much craftability you've got. So within your kit, you will be getting 500 mini foam pads that will get you started making your cards straight away. You're also going to get beautifully foiled envelopes. These come with a silver foil. There are lots of different designs for you. So you've got those ready to send your cards in. They are there to fit your cards nicely, and you've got lovely space to write the name and address in. So you've got all of these different designs to take you through the seasons, whatever you wish to use them for. I've actually been using some of those. This is a little top tip for you. I've been cutting out the front and using them as inserts for my cards. There are 3 designs of Z-fold card blanks. Each of those designs comes in 2 different colourways, and you'll see that you already have a beautiful verse inside for you. These will fold in a little concertina to fit inside your envelopes. So we've got this design in this lovely colourway with the red, the blue and the purple, and then you've also got this one here with your beautiful teal, purple, and it's like an orangey red colour. Okay, so you've got those 2 first of all, so you've got 8 of that shape in total. Then you have these gorgeous little mushrooms, toadstools as I like to call them, in your teal, yellow and green. And then you've also got that same design, but this time in your purple, teal and pink. And as I said, each of them will come beautifully decorated on the back with a lovely verse. Of course, if you want to have something different in there, then use your die cuts. You can easily use your crafting stash to change up anything that you see in any way you like. We've then got our final design, which are these beautiful toadstools in red, pink and purple for this colourway, and then also your red, blue and green set as well. Also within your kit, you've got an absolute plethora, word of the day, plethora of embellishment sheets. So you'll have 1 sheet per card. They're very, very generous. You can add as little or as much of the embellishments with the foam pads or with glue gel if you've got that in your stash, or whatever, however you wish to add those. You can add as many or as few as you like. So you'll see they come in all of the beautiful colourways to match the card blanks that are within your kit. Lots and lots of craftability there. Okay, so you've got all of those as well. So there are 24 embellishment sheets to go with your 24 card blanks. You're then going to get your lovely fairies. So there's a whole collection of fairies here. There's some that are sitting reading a book. There's some with balloons getting ready for a party. There's all sorts, but you've got lots. You've got plenty to add, 1 or 2 onto each of your cards as you make them. And we've been very, very generous with our sentiments in this kit, purely because we know the crafter in you is going to want to chop into those cards, make them into singles, and take this kit a lot further than just the 24 cards that we've included. So you've got 4 sentiment sheets, 2 in gold and 2 in silver. You can see here already. There are 24 sentiments per sheet, giving you absolutely lots of scope to use them on the cards, but also in your other crafting, giving you lots and lots to play with. So you can see it's a really full box, a really full kit. I'm going to show you some of the gorgeous samples that the design team is making. And as I was saying, you can use those houses individually. So we've made them as Z-fold cards. Don't think that you cannot chop those about and use your crafty stash to make yourself some lovely individual cards, whether they are on a card blank, whether they are little freestanding houses. You can even cut into the windows and add some rice lights behind, should you so wish. There's lots and lots of craftability here. Even just using the fairies on their own. Just lots of ways of using those individual fairy houses. But once you've finished adding your embellishments to the card blanks as they are, you will see you create these gorgeous Z-fold cards that will fold down and fit inside those envelopes for you. You can add all the embellishments on the top. So if I show you some of the finished cards, you can see, and like I said, they will stand as a Z-fold and open up for you. So you've got all of that potential in there to really get all your crafty goodies out. I'm sure that lots of you have got things you can already imagine adding into this, whether you're adding your glitter gels, your drops, whether you want to add some pearls and things in there. There's just so much you can do. You may want to add ribbon. You may want to snip into them, like I said, and create individual houses. It really is up to you. If you know anybody that's moving, maybe they've just bought their first home, you might want to make a new house card for them. These would be absolutely perfect. So when you're making one of the cards, what you want to do is find your chosen card blank and then also the matching embellishment sheet that matches that card blank. And you'll notice with these, they are beautifully die cut, so they will just pop out. They're either silver or gold foiling on the pieces. They will just pop out really nicely. And when you want to add them onto your cards, you're going to take some of your foam pads, or if you prefer to use glue gel, or you've got some larger pads in your stash that you like to use, then of course you can. But we like to give you enough to give you a good start with the kit before you need to add anything else of your own in. You can see I've just added 4 of those in onto this roof piece, and then I'm just going to peel off those backs and match it to the section on my card blank. Okay, so I'm just going to move there. Right, so I'm just going to line that up and place that over. And what you're doing is adding dimension to your card blank. Now, I've got some of my pieces ready here. So you can see I've added foam pads already to the backs of these so that I can show you just how quickly these can come together. Once you've made one, you'll see that it's quite simple to get producing a lot of cards relatively quickly. A lovely thing to do if you have a craft group or you like to craft with friends or family, then this is a perfect kit for that, because it's a very generous kit. You can, all choose your favourites, all sit around the table and make cards together. If you have craft fairs that you have a stall at, they're also a lovely one to make and sell these beautiful cards. They'll be snapped up, I'm sure. You can make to sell, because these are produced in-house by us at Craft Buddy. So the angel policy, if you're asking that question, is that because they are our own brand of product, you can make to sell at all your craft fairs and things. If you do school craft fairs or for charities, whatever it is that you sell for, we really don't mind. We like to see you using your crafty stash for all of those lovely things. So we're just adding in those windows. So you can see I'm just looking for the piece, making sure I've got it, matching it up and making sure it's in the right direction before placing it over. and giving my little house some lovely dimension. Okay, so I'm going to keep some of these flowers. I might add them in later. I'm going to add one of the flowers on top that's next to the door, because so to bring that a bit more forward. So it's up to you how many layers you use. You can use all of them or just some of them. It really is down to personal preference. And then this little blue flower goes up here on the roof to bring that forward a little bit there. So that's one of our houses finished. I've got those flowers in case I need those in a little while. Bring in the next little house. So again, adding in the roof. You don't need to put foam pads, you know, too many. You don't have to put too many on there. Don't feel like you've got to cover it, because at the end of the day, it's a piece of paper holding on another piece of paper. I mean, it is quite thick. These are 300 GSM, these pieces, but you're just holding that in place on a card. So don't feel that you've got to go and use all your 500 pads on one card, because the temptation can be there. You think it's going to not be enough, but you'll see that it is. We're just adding in the little mushroom here with the blue flower. And then the windows, we've got some little windows here. They've got lights hanging just above them there. So we can manoeuvre those about. Again, the flower on the roof. So all of these little details have been thought of for you to give you a really professional finish to your cards and makes. So we will just put this one over here. And you can see how quickly these are coming together. So once you've popped out your pieces, that it really does build very quickly into making a beautiful finished card. We're going to add in the door as well. Just taking these off and placing that down. You can see there's a little leaf here. I just need to make sure I'm matching that in. And I think if you've never had a go at card making before, these sorts of kits are great as a starter kit for you. But if you are a seasoned crafter and have a large stash, you will know there is so much craftability here, so many different bits and pieces and things you can do to stretch the kit further, or to give it its own your own take on what we've given to you. And then finally, I'm going to finish the first house where I put the roof on. So we've got the door. Let's get that in place first. I'm creating some little snow with all the backs of my foam pads here. There we go. So we'll pop that one in. We've got some flowers to decoupage up over here to bring these two forward. We've got I'm going to leave that window out. I don't want that one. I'm going to add the two windows onto this little house. And you can see this is coming together nice and quickly, very simply. Like I said, you can take it further if you want. You can add in all your own little things, your own personality. But these are lovely makes. If you've got somebody who's popped around unexpectedly and then you suddenly realise it was their birthday or an anniversary, you can pop upstairs for 5 minutes and come down. To remove that layer. Come down and have a beautiful card to give them, can't you? In the blink of an eye, really. So they're just a really lovely kit to have in your stash for all of those sort of last minute makes as well. I'm going to keep that one as well for a moment. Got one little mushroom to add in, one little toadstool to add in here. And then I've chosen a sentiment. So as I showed you, there are absolutely loads of sentiments to choose from. I've chosen the one that says, smile and sparkle on your birthday. And I'm going to add this to the end roof, because as you can see, these two have got beautiful flowers on. This one's been left with some space on it. So I like to use this roof to add in my sentiment. I'm going to use some of the extra flowers that I had to add a bit of extra detail into my sentiment. Just finishes it off nicely. There we go. I'll put another one just here. And then I've chosen a fairy from the fairy sheets. This one's holding balloons, looks like she's off to a party somewhere. And I'm going to add her in. And where you choose to add your fairy is completely your choice. I'm going to add her to outside this little house. So I've made sure I've got my foam pads where I need them. So you can see here the layers of dimension that you've created with those foam pads. So once you've finished your card, it's already scored, so you're able to fold that into that Z fold, and then that will fit into your envelope, ready for postage. So that slots in there, and we are ready for posting. Okay, and ready for sending. So it really is that simple. You can make so many cards with this kit. Lots and lots of craftability. I do hope you'll enjoy it. The links and all the information you need will be in the bio. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.